Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, guys, what's good? Welcome back to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Thursday cool down edition. So today, the Indiana Fever signed another 7-day hardship player, Cara Lambert, who never played in the WNBA, has played overseas, played in college for Duke and Texas, and has played against Stephanie White when she was coach at Vanderbilt. Now, she never played for Stephanie White, but it is very intriguing today where so much stuff came out about Miss Lambert, how they got her. She got the call, 2 days ago, I guess. But I guess she was playing overseas, whatever the case may be. And it's kind of interesting to me that the Indiana Fever continue to show that they inept brilliance of scouting. And come to find out, they don't even have a scout team. Now, the Indiana Pacers have about 8 scout players that they use, a scout team that they use to scout players for internationally. The Fever don't. And I really don't think that a lot of WNBA teams have scout teams, but you would think that the experience of the front office would know this, because if that was the case, they could have had better quality off-season moves. They could have had a better draft, and it goes to show that they don't know how to draft properly. They don't know how to go by free agency, right, or how to get players. This is one of the issues that we have. And come to think of it, I just watched something with Jason Whitlock earlier. Shout out to him. And he was talking about how Stephanie White, she doesn't have a clue of what she's doing. And we kept saying this. We kept saying that Stephanie White, as much as we tried to give her grace, we tried to show her, think she's a good coach or whatever the case may be, but she continues to don't survey talent. It comes to me that it seems like she don't look for what could help her team. She looks what she could provide for her team. That's the two different things. Looking for somebody that can help your team rather for someone that could provide for your team because you have 2 players that's injured. Now, people think, well, hey, who they waive between Ari and Sid. Well, guess what? After the Mystics and the Sun games, the Fever has 5 days in between. Could Caitlin Clark come back? That's another video I will talk about later on. But Miss Lambert came. She was there at practice today, getting shots up with Kelsey Mitchell, and she was able to talk to the media. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this before I even listen to what Stephanie White has to say.
When did you find out about this opportunity that'd be coming for you?
Officially Monday. Yeah, Monday, so it was a pretty quick turnaround.
Take me through the emotions of that day, knowing that this was coming your way and that you'd have a chance to play on a team that might need you to play right away.
Yeah, no, I was super excited. It's a blessing, having the journey that I've had and just, remaining faithful, trusting God and doing the work and just to see it all come back around and have this opportunity is awesome.
What's this opportunity in the W mean, given all that you've worked to get to this point?
Yeah. I mean, it means everything, to, again, just remain faithful and trust the process. It speaks to resiliency, it speaks to faith, and I'm really excited to be here.
What's your familiarity, if anything, with this team, with staff, with how they want to run things?
Yeah, I've been watching the W for years. It's the best basketball in the world, so I've been watching and I've been studying, and to be able to watch it and see it from a professional point of view has just helped the transition, and the girls and the organization have been great in welcoming me here, and just getting me up to speed quickly. So I'm really excited to join the team.
to your game? How does your game kind of fit in with their system and vice versa?
I mean, I think it fits in perfectly as far as just, running and gunning, getting the ball out quick, pressuring on defense, really bringing intensity and physicality.
So as you're recovering from the ACL injuries that you went through in college, is this the dream, the vision for you coming through that, or did that kind of seem far-fetched?
No, it never seemed far-fetched. I mean, again, I just, did the work. I trusted the process. Again, staying faithful and trusting that God's timing is perfect, and here we are.
Kelsey talked about culture and character with this team as they welcome all these new players in this season. Your first impressions on day one here, what that means, what that feels like.
I mean, this is a first-class organization. Everybody has been so welcoming, so nice, so kind, and just everybody is here helping each other. Just, the goal is to win. The goal is, to get another championship. So I'm really excited to be here, and I've definitely felt the love getting here, just two nights ago. So.
How do you take in all the information of new plays, new teammates, tendencies, all that in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the job. You study just like people study in school. You study the playbook, you watch film, you do your due diligence as far as, who knowing your personnel. So, again, just doing the work.
Do you have any familiarity with players on the team now, your new teammates, or is this all everybody new?
It's pretty much new. I mean, I've played against a couple of the players on the team from years ago, but a lot of it's new.
So you heard what she had to say about, she got the call on Monday. You expect for her to say the nice things about the Fever organization and, and how they treated her when she came in, the same usual. Now, my thing is, they lucked up with Ari McDonald when she came in. I don't think they're gonna have the same impact with this young lady. I hope she plays well. I have seen some highlights of her. She's to me more of a ball dominant guard, just like Kelsey Mitchell, just another Kelsey Mitchell, just a little taller. I don't know, guys. To be honest with you, I do not know because you would think that the Fever organization would say, "Hey, we need size. We need size that could dominate in the paint, that could take some pressure off of Leo Boston, that we could have more stretch threes." You showed that in the Chicago game that you was able to run a starting five without a point guard. You brought Odyssey Sims in. She didn't have a great game. I like Odyssey Sims, don't get me wrong. She didn't have a great game, but you just threw her in the fire. Nobody was going to come in and have that same level of success like Ari McDonald did when she first came in. It just don't happen like that. And they think that, well, let's get let me get Sims, let me get Lambert. We might could replicate the same success. No, it doesn't work like that. Now, you do play the Washington Mystics on Friday, but guess what? You still got to go out and win. You still got to go out and win. You just lost a close game 2 nights ago against the Dallas Wings, which you should have won. But Stephanie White continues to show us that they do not have a clue how to build a roster. There's other talent out there that they could grab. And they continue to put this display of foolishness in front of our face and think that, oh, well, hey, we got it all under control. If Lambert performs well on Friday night, great. If she doesn't, guess what? Her 7-day contract is going to be gone. Sims' 7-day contract will probably will end 2 days before hers if they decide to sign her for the rest of the season. And that's when we find out if Caitlin Clark is really coming back. After these 2 games, we'll know if Caitlin Clark is really coming back, if she's going to practice next week or she's really going to ramp up the comeback. Now, let me let y'all listen to what Stephanie White had to say, because this goes to show you they really don't have no clue what they're talking about.
Going in, especially with the front office, whatever it takes to go find these players because they're available.
Yeah.
And is it film study? Is it calling other coaching connections? What is
all the above? Right. It's all the above. It's seeing film, watching clips, talking to contacts and connections. Bree and especially has been super helpful in this. She's got a lot of contacts overseas who have seen Kyra, for example, play a lot overseas. Teammates that she's had that are over there that played with her, against her. Same thing with Odyssey. All 3 of our assistant coaches coached her in AU, so they have some familiarity with her. together. So it really is all hands on deck and trying to get the best person possible to fit the need at the time.
Had Kyra been on your radar previously? Like, had she been a name that came up earlier in this process?
No.
That last part. Has she been on that radar? She's like, no. It it comes to make it comes to me to think that maybe she didn't have a say in this one. Maybe. Because if she wasn't on the radio before, what makes you what made you think that she should have been on the radar now when there was other people that you could probably get? I always say Ariel Powell, Selena Sidell. I mean, some other ones out there I can't name off the top of my head. But guess what? There was others there. But they keep going with these veterans, and then not not to discredit the young lady, but she has had 3 knee surgeries. That's a concern in itself. That's and especially the teams that they've been playing that's really been beating up on the Indiana Fever. That's a concern itself. And then you say, well, hey, this young lady had relationships with Bree January and all of these other coaches on the team. They have coached her in AAU, and what does that mean, people? What does that mean for you to, because you coach this person, you think this person is a great fit for this team? I go back and say what I said earlier in the video. They don't look for what could help the team. They look for what, no, again, no, they don't look for what could help the team. They look for what they need right now. See, what they need is a guard. That's what they, in their mind. It ain't mine now. That's what they're thinking. Oh, we need a guard. But you really need a big, a stretch big. But you don't go after somebody that can help the team. Like I said in the last video, they got Bree Turner on the bench. Will it in a way. Will it in a way. She gets in, play a couple of minutes, boom. Stephanie White talked about earlier, well, now we got players that we need because we had to move Chloe Bibby over to this spot, and she, we're trying to get her more looks or whatever the case might be. But you don't even play her enough when you had the 2 guards before Sid came down. You didn't play her enough. She don't know what rotation that she wants to go in to from start to finish. She continuously to quote unquote disingenuine what the team needs. She wants to prove that, hey, I can do this without Caitlin Clark. I don't need Caitlin Clark. That's her mentality. So now you're getting all of these guards. LEC 7 5'9", Cara Lambert 5'9". Both of these guards is not really a point guard. They're more like scoring 2 guards. So who's going to pass the ball? If you need passing, playmaking ability, why not go get a true point guard for that? To really construct the offense. And I go back to say this again to my video yesterday. Stephanie White does not have an offense or a defense strategy or philosophy at all. She doesn't. She just puts people out there and figure that, hey, y'all could do this. Whatever level of success that we get, hey, it's a win for us. But when it goes wrong, she doesn't take no accountability for it. She don't say, hey, I came up with a bad game plan. She always throwing the players under the bus. Oh, they playing too much one-on-one. Oh, our defensive ability was off. They was doing too much switching. They was doing this. Our level of physicality wasn't there. But you never, ever hear Stephanie White sit down in the podium and say, I messed up. That's on me. I got to put these players in a better position. She's not going to own up to it. And a lot of people, such as myself, starting to see how stubborn Stephanie White is. She's very ego-driven because she feel like, oh, well, I did this before in the past because I took them to the finals, but you didn't win. You got Connecticut to the playoffs twice. You didn't win nothing there. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I see from Stephanie White, because she thinks that she has all the answers. The front office just as worse, because I heard Mick Talk Who say he rather for Kelly Crisscroft to get fired before Stephanie White. But let me explain something to you. If they fire Kelly Crisscroft and they bring another GM in or another president in, guess what? Stephanie White is gone. Amber Cox is gone. There is going to be a whole. There's one thing I can tell you: if the president or the top somebody come, they don't like how. And one thing I can tell you this: if the Simon family was to say, "Hey, Kelly, we moving on from you," because this is my thing. This team is not run to take advantage of Caitlin Clark or Leah Boston. They wanted to be the Kelsey Mitchell show because Kelsey Mitchell's been there for a long time. So they want to cater to everything for Kelsey Mitchell. They ain't trying to cater to Leah Boston. They ain't trying to cater to Caitlin Clark. So what you have to do is not bring Kelsey Mitchell back. Then this team could be run around Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston. And I said it, they have to not sign her back for this to work, for Caitlin Clark to really hone this team. Because as long as you have Kelsey Mitchell there, they're going to cater to Kelsey Mitchell. They're not going to cater to Caitlin Clark or Leah Boston. But I'm going to get more into this in another video, because I want to dive deep into this, because I want y'all to see and understand and pay attention to what's really going on. It's not me hating, not me not wanting the Fever to be successful, but there's a lot of things that's stopping them to be successful, because you have two young superstars on this team and they're not building for the future around them. They're building the opposite of to just have them there as pieces. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode. Well, I would say now you know, but guess the Fever say they have another slinging. I don't even know it right now, but if I do, I'll say it in another video. Until then, I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.